Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna be doing a smoky eye. I'm starting here with my brows and I'm using the L.A Girl Shady Slim pencil. I believe it's in the shade Brunette. And all I'm doing is doing hair-like strokes, following the shape of my brows, the way my eyebrows grow out. That's the way I'm doing my brows. If you pay attention, one of my brows is missing a lot of hair, and it's because the other day I was trying to clean my eyebrows up with one of those not an eyebrow shaver, but I don't know, it's like a battery operated little machine or whatever, and I ended up like going super fast and I accidentally went over my eyebrow and I lost some hairs, girls. But so lately I've been having a shade in my eyebrows for that reason. But yeah, that's all I'm doing here. I'm basically just going in the direction that my eyebrows grow and just doing hair-like strokes. Okay, so here I'm just taking the Essence brow gel and I'm just going over my brows with it to darken them up a little bit. This brow gel is supposed to, I think it has like little fibers in it that's supposed to make it look like you have more hair than what you really do. But I'm running out, so I mean it's probably not gonna show up too much. Here I'm just taking the MAC concealer, the little duo I have, and I'm just cleaning up underneath the brows to give them more of an even look, like for them to look more alike, because my eyebrows, for some reason, one comes more down than the other, and then when I like pluck it or whatever, they just don't look the same. So I have to clean them up underneath to like try to get them as even as possible. So now I'm taking the Born This Way foundation in warm beige and I'm applying a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm just cleaning up around the top of my eyebrows with that. I didn't want to use the concealer that I used underneath the brows because I didn't want it to look unnatural like on the top. So I just went ahead and just went with the foundation that I'm going to be using to apply later on in the video. But yeah, that's just basically it. That's all I'm doing, is going with the foundation so it'll match the rest of my skin and not look like super white or light above my brows and then my foundation look darker. So that's just what I'm doing. It's a easy trick. Okay, so here I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium, and I'm using it to clean up my lids. Well, not clean them up, but give myself a base for when I apply the shadow. And this is my first time using this concealer, and oh my gosh, the coverage is crazy. Like, you can see like how it's taking me a while to like blend it out with the brush, so that's why I went in with the sponge to just remove some of that excess product. And then here I'm just setting the concealer with some Coty Airspun, just prepping my eyelids for when I start to apply the eyeshadow. Okay, so here I'm taking this eyeshadow from MAC in the shade Espresso, not Espresso, and I'm going to be taking that in the crease with this MAC 217 brush. I'm going to be blending that in the crease, and taking it towards the inner part of my eye, and just going back and forth, trying to blur it out as much as I can. This is a matte shade, so matte shades are a little bit I guess complicated when it comes to blending them out, so you kind of just gotta work with it until you get the result that you want. Here I'm taking Soft Brown from MAC, and I'm just going above the shadow that I just placed in the crease. I'm just blending it back and forth, cleaning up around the edges, and again I'm just trying to diminish any lines that were created with the previous shadow that I placed in the crease. Brown color I used in the crease, Espresso, and I'm just blending it back and forth, using windshield wiper motions, kind of using circular motions too, because for some reason on this eye, it just like skips, like the shadows always skip. I don't know why, it's weird. Like I don't think it ever happens on like the other eyelid, but for some reason on this eyelid it's forever like skipping, like I don't know. black shade from MAC. I don't know how to pronounce that color, but I'm gonna just be patting this onto the eyelid, and then of course I'm gonna be swiping it, you know, side to side, but I'm trying to get the pigment to show up pretty good on there, but I don't want to put too much, so I'm just doing a little bit at a time just to make sure that I don't get like a lot of product to where it looks like a black eye and not a smoky eye. So I'm going back in with the soft brown and just going to be going around the outer part of that shadow I placed in the crease. Again, just trying to get rid of any of the lines and give it that transition right above. So here I'm basically just going to be going back in with the espresso color and blending the black and the brown shade together just to make them look well blended out, and I'm trying to get rid of that patch right in between the crease. Like I'm trying to get rid of that there because I just don't like the way it looks, so I'm just going over and over it, and then I think I even go right here somewhere, like packing more color into it, and it finally gets rid of it. So I know that I'm doing a lot of blending in the crease, but it's only because if you want for the smoky eye to have a nice transition into the next color above, and then of course that color with the next color above that, you just kind of have to keep going back and forth in between the shades that you're using and just keep blending, so that way you can get, you know, a nice smoky eye, because if not it's gonna look patchy and just uneven. It's not gonna look nice. So if I'm just going back and forth in between all the different brushes that I used, which was the 217 and then the one I used to pack on the black onto the lid. That's basically just what I'm doing. I just want to give it a smooth transition and just make it look really nice. That I used to apply the Coty Airspun to set my eyes with. I'm using that brush just to blend it out. It doesn't have any like shadow or anything. It's just that powder, you know, that I used to set my eyes before applying the other shadows. So all I'm doing is going over the shadows and blending them back and forth, smoothing it out, making sure that it looks nice and blended. I'm basically just going over the black and making sure that I'm keeping that color right on the lid. I want it to be darker on the lid and then, you know, fade up into the last color right above the crease. Here I'm just using soft brown from MAC and just going over the transition shade. Well, that is the transition shade, but I'm just going over that same area where I applied it and just trying to make the color more intense. Like you have sunscreen on your face, so just keep that in mind if you decide on grabbing this product or trying this product. If you don't like feeling like you have a thick layer of lotion on your skin, then opt for something different. So here I'm taking my Morphe sponge and applying foundation. The foundation I'm using is the same one I used above my eyebrows, which is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and it's in the shade Warm Beige. I'm applying that all over my forehead, down the sides of my brows, in between my brows, just everywhere you want to put foundation, just add it on there, girl. You know the drill. This concealer, you guys, is so good. Like, it covered my dark circles really well. Sorry if I keep saying like. I don't know why, I just always have to. It's like a habit, a bad habit. But I'm just blending it with the Morphe sponge, pressing it into the skin, and then you're gonna see right here in a minute that it's super pigmented. Like, oh my gosh, look at that line. It's crazy, but it's good. It covers, you know, the dark circles and covers up any imperfections. Like you guys seen, I have a lot of redness on my cheeks, and it covers up really well, so I like that. Now I'm just taking this concealer brush that I used to clean underneath my eyebrows with. I'm using that same brush and just going right underneath the lash line and cleaning up with the brush, like making it get closer to the eyes, like, if that makes more sense, because with the sponge I couldn't really like get close right underneath the eyes, but that brush helped me out a lot. So here now I'm just going with the same 3 colors I used. The first one, of course, is soft brown, so that's what I'm using, and I'm blending that right underneath my eye, under the lash line, bringing it down a little bit. And then I'm going to be taking this next shade, which is the darker brown, the color Espresso, and I'm going over that transition shade that I had placed right before this. Okay, with that angled brush, that angled liner brush, I'm just taking that black shade and I'm really pressing it underneath the lash line. I'm not really going back and forth. I know it seems like that I'm going back and forth with that color, but I'm not. I'm just pressing it. I think it's just the speed of the video that makes it look like I'm smearing it, but I'm not smudging it at all. I'm just pressing it right underneath the lash line. So now I'm taking this MAC bronzer in the shade Blunt, and I'm applying that to the hollows of my cheek, and then I'm going to be taking it around the sides of my brows up to the forehead, pulling my hair back and applying more product, going back and forth, swiping back and forth. Swiper, no swiping. Just kidding. I don't know if you guys know where that's from, but it's from Dora the Explorer. Alright, Dora the Explorer. Now we're taking Stay Pretty, and we're going to be applying that to the apples of the cheeks with this powder brush. And I'm just smiling so I can see more or less where I want to start the blush, and then take it back. Now using MAC's Mineralize Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, I'm going to be applying that to the high points of my cheeks, a little bit around the brows, and then I also take it down the bridge of my nose and on the Cupid's bow. Taking that brush that I used to bronze my face, I'm using that to go on the sides of my nose. I didn't pick up any more pigment or anything, any more bronzer or whatever. I just used whatever was left on the brush. And then I'm taking the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot mascara and applying that to my lashes, and I'm applying a good nice amount. I really like this mascara. I've used it several times before, and I really do like it. It makes your lashes long and fuller. So that's basically all I'm doing, is coating my lashes, because I'll be popping on some falsies right after this. Well, after I finish, applying the mascara. So here pretty much that eyelash is not cooperating, as you can see, but I eventually get it on, you know, popped on over the lashes. Well, not over the lashes, but mending right with the lashes, right at the lash line. I'm not gonna be applying no liner or anything. I'm just gonna allow this glue to dry, because anyways it dries clear. I'm applying MAC's Soar lip liner on my lips. I'm outlining them, and then I'm going to be filling them in. This is all I'm going to be wearing on my lips. I'm not going to put any gloss or any kind of lipstick or anything over that. I like the way it looks just alone. And the good thing about these liners or lip liners is that they're really creamy. So they're not drying on the lips or anything, so they look like an actual lipstick on the lips. So that's what I really like about that. Now here I'm just taking this brush and I'm gonna be applying that same highlighter that I used on the cheekbones and wherever else I highlighted, and I'm just applying that in the inner tear duct just to give it a little bit of a pop, so it doesn't look, the shadows don't look so flat. So this will just give it like a little bit of dimension. And then I'm taking it on the brow bones just to highlight it a little bit and give the eyes a little bit of a lift. So I'm applying mascara just to mend both my lashes and the falsies together. This is the completed look, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, thank you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.